Alright everyone, let's start the morning off with a matchup from the East. Hockey starts today at noontime Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 hours before that. So let's get these previews out of the way. Today we have two previews to do. We are starting today with the Capitals and the Islanders. Let's look at today's schedule. There's two previews here today. 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Right now we are doing the Capitals and the Islanders. And then at 1 p.m. Pacific Time we will do the St. Louis Blues and the Vancouver Canucks. So, let's start. These are the Wednesday games, so bear that in mind. It's baffling how the round-robin teams have struggled. And the play-in teams have played pretty well. The ones that have moved on, obviously. But of course, that's the discrepancy of this unusual year of hockey. So, Game 1 is on Wednesday, August the 12th in Toronto at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. The Washington Capitals are 41-20-8 in the regular season with 90 points, 1-1-1 in the round robin. They remain in their rightful third seed. They scored 5 goals and allowed 6 against. Their points leaders, Radko Gudas with 2 points, TJ Oshie 1 point, and Richard Panik with 1 point. And there are 9 others with just a single point, most of them with assists. Their goaltender, Braden Holtby, 1-1-1, 1.98 goals in this average and 925 save percentage. Ilya Samsonov is not started yet, so we'll keep that in mind. But Holtby is doing just fine. So power play, 10% so far in the round-robin play for them, and 100% on the penalty kill. The season series was tied, and the scoring was tied at 14 apiece. These teams are very familiar with each other. This is the old Patrick Division matchup, if I remember correctly. And so, very interesting matchup here. Very familiar teams to one another. The New York Islanders, 35-23-10, 80 points to defeat the Florida Panthers in 4 games. They scored 13 goals and allowed 7 against. Their points leaders, Anthony Beauvillier with 5 points, Pulock with 4 points, and Josh Bailey with 4 assists. Their goaltender, Semyon Varlamov, is 3-1 with a 1.77 goals in this average and a 932 save percentage. Their power play is 25%, a nice improvement from the regular season, and their penalty kill is at 71.4%. Once again, the season series was a tie, both in games won and in scoring. This is going to be a very close series, and despite the Islanders winning convincingly over the Panthers, I felt like the Panthers weren't that big of a challenge for the Islanders, and the Capitals just have to find their stride. There's not as big of a difference between the offense and defensive capabilities here for the Capitals. They just need to score a tad bit more, and they should be able to be fine in this series. The Islanders have done well, but I don't know if this is a fair representation of how they did, because they did struggle during the regular season at times after their 17-game point streak. They really fell off, but part of that was based on the injuries. And now that they're healthy again, they are doing better, and we can expect a very close, hard-fought series. This might be one of the closest ones, I would think. That's for sure. The Capitals, yeah, I know, the top scorer only has 2 points. There's only one player, Gudas, with 2 points. But keep in mind that that means a lot of their depth has a point. So keep that in mind, that the Capitals aren't failing. I know they only scored 5 goals in 3 games, but they're not allowing too many goals. Braden Holtby is doing fine. They just need to keep their scoring up. Get Ovi some pucks. That might be good. There's no big advantage for the Islanders here, as I've seen with the other playing teams, like Carolina and some of the other teams. They have a bigger advantage, but I think here I'm going to predict that the Capitals are going to take this one in 7 games. It's going to be very close, and I think the Capitals, with their youth and their veteranism, they should be able to edge off the Islanders here, stave them off here. It's going to be very close. I think Islanders will start out with the lead in the series, and then the Capitals will need to find their stride and get back into this, and it's going to be a hard-fought series. Maybe quite an underrated series here, that's for sure. Certainly not one I'd be watching, because, again, American teams, I don't really like the American networks. This is a different feeling, and I'm just not used to it. Nothing against NBCSN or anything like that, but just, again, I'm very used to Sportsnet because I'm in Canada, so I don't know if I'll be paying attention to this series very much, but I'll, of course, do that recap on Sunday. Of course. I'll include them, of course. So this is all I can say. I don't have much information. I haven't really noticed these teams play or really watched them during the regular season or the playoffs so far. But again, Washington in 7 is my prediction, and thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. And as always, it is time for us to go. See you guys. Enjoy the hockey coming up later today. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.